Season 6 of Black Mirror is coming after 4 years of waiting, and there is still quite a bit of news surrounding it, as well as some insight into what we can expect from the new episodes. The Season 6 poster might have hidden some details that could be easily missed. At first glance, it's just a cassette tape with the iconic Black Mirror symbol. But looking closer, we can actually get a glimpse of how many episodes we can expect and even their titles. It's a bit hard to see since they're crossed out, but there are 5 written lines, which is most likely the number of episodes we can expect to see. The first line appears to be saying something that ends in C, which has been confirmed to be Beyond the Sea. On the second title, you can make out the name Henry, which is meant to say Lock Henry. The third line clearly says Is Awful, which is referring to the confirmed title Joan is Awful. Then we have the word Day in big letters, highlighted by the red marker, which ends up saying Maisie Day. And finally, we have the last title, which is written in bold red marker that might imply that this episode will be the darkest of them all. The title has been confirmed to say Demon 79, which definitely sounds like a pretty intense episode. The release trailer revealed quite a few things, even if it can look pretty confusing at first. Breaking the trailer down into 5 separate episodes, teased on the cassette, can actually tell us a lot about what we can expect. We are presented with 5 different universes. One is Aaron Paul's episode, which is rumoured to be a USS Callister sequel because of his cameo in the original episode, but it's hard to say from the information we were given. In this episode, Aaron's character seems to be alone in space on some sort of space shuttle. We also see a woman with a big glowing object that seems to be from the same episode, considering the colouring and the atmosphere. This, along with the words "none of this is right" being played on top of the scene, makes it sound like there is some sort of danger lurking either on Earth or on the shuttle. Another episode features a 24/7 diner called Emerald Pines, but looking at the diner, it doesn't really look like it's open, and there's even a cop car in front of it indicating that a crime might have happened here. In the window, we also see a small blue screen, which is believed to tie together with a computer that we see in another scene featuring a phone dial-up. This makes it very clear that this episode is set somewhere in the very early 2000s. And another scene that most likely belongs to this episode, further proving the time placement in this short clip.
Yowza.
Love it.
And maybe even this one where the same woman has armed herself with a hammer, meaning things certainly go wrong. A clip that seems separate from the others includes a girl driving through a rainy night. It looks like this in another separate episode, but it's hard to tell which other clips it might belong to. This might be the episode that's the least revealed to us in the trailer, which could mean something really unexpected is coming. Then we're also getting an episode clearly set in England. Fans have pointed out that this is most likely set in the 70s England, to be more precise, because the driver is on the right-hand side of the car, along with the black numbers on the registration plate. That only existed until the 80s. This would tie in with the other clips happening in the shop, the dancing couple, and the man that clearly looks straight out of the 70s. It's very possible that this is the episode titled Devil 79, and the trailer even makes it look like the shop worker is somehow being influenced into doing bad things by the man dressed in white. The last episode is a more modern-looking one based on the environment, and we can even sort of make out the name Joan sitting on her desk, meaning this is probably the episode titled Joan is Awful. Joan is clearly going through some stuff in the episode, and it looks like the name might be a very accurate description of the episode's plot, considering that she storms into a wedding looking like this. Overall, every episode looks to have a pretty dark theme, as is also teased by the creators. And one common element might have also been revealed by the teaser, where it starts off by playing a song with these lyrics: "I don't want to set the world on fire." And considering we practically see everything descending into chaos, it's safe to say all of these characters might end up destroying their own worlds. One even literally setting it on fire. The production for Season 6 actually started in May of last year, just a month after the renewal deal, and it was filmed under the code name Red Book in order to keep everything a secret. It's even suspected that the release teaser trailer shows us something Black Mirror has never done before. One of the big reasons the show was kept a secret could also have something to do with Aaron Paul's appearance in the trailer, because some people suspect his appearance could be some sort of USS Callister sequel. In the original episode, we don't see Aaron, but he has a cameo as the voice of Gamer691, and we might be seeing some sort of connection between the two episodes. Of course, this would mean Black Mirror would be breaking its own rules by continuing a story, which could be exactly why they wanted to keep the project as secret as possible. It's also said that the production is on a much bigger scale this time around, and the episodes will have a more cinematic look, which means we can expect to see every episode look like its own individual movie, which is a wonderful upgrade from the previous seasons. We can also expect much darker themes to appear in order to mirror real-life events that have taken place in the past 4 years that Black Mirror missed out on. This season has been an incredibly big project for everyone working on it, and because of the long absence, the production has promised to do everything bigger and better in order to make up for the lost time. Things will get so crazy that even Charlie Brooker was surprised, according to himself. "I've always felt that Black Mirror should feature stories that are entirely distinct from one another and keep surprising people and myself, or else what's the point? It should be a series that can't be easily defined and can keep reinventing itself." Overall, the entire season will also include new elements which Charlie tried to stay away from in the past, but feels like the world is finally ready to see now. We can also expect even more variety between the episodes now that everything seems more possible than before. It's something we already got a glimpse at in the trailer. It looks like we're going to encounter pretty different characters in very different situations. And with the slight change in the creative direction, we're also going to get more episodes than usual to be able to incorporate everyone's ideas. The cinematic episodes are also most likely going to have around an hour or more of runtime to mirror past releases like the interactive Bandersnatch episode or the Season 4 and Season 5 releases. It's an incredibly big project, and we're sure that the 4 years wait will definitely be worth it when everything is released to the public. According to the teaser, we can expect the release to be somewhere in June, which means we can probably expect more teasers and even a full trailer dropped in the next month's time. If you didn't know, there's actually a pretty valid reason for the delay of Season 6. As Season 5 was released in 2019, that meant the production for Season 6 should have started late 2019 or early 2020, and that's exactly when the pandemic ruined initial plans. Charlie Brooker, who is a writer for the show, has said it was a conscious decision to put the show on hold considering everything that was happening in the world. "I don't know what stomach there would be for stories about societies falling apart." Charlie wanted to focus on a more comedic script and said his goal was to try and make himself laugh, since it would be better to put out light-hearted content that would make people happy instead of more soul-crushing media. He did go on to write his more comedic script and ended up releasing a mockumentary, Death to 2020. But Charlie's choice is of course not the entire reason the show didn't continue, since finding another writer would have been pretty easy. The actual problem was the fact that Black Mirror's rights belonged to Endemol Shine Group, which Charlie and the producer Annabelle Jones decided to leave in order to found their own company. The difficulty was taking the rights of Black Mirror with them. There was some legal trouble regarding who owned Black Mirror, and Netflix was having a hard time getting the rights to continue without removing the team behind it. It's even rumoured that Netflix tried to sign a deal to create a USS Callister spin-off released in 2021. Obviously, the deal never went through, and that was actually the end of the negotiations for a while. In the end, it took 4 years for the show to get renewed, because Netflix finally got a deal with the production studio, and even managed to get both Charlie and Annabelle back as writers. So, do you guys have any theories about the upcoming season? Let us know in the comments section below, and thanks for watching!